Peace, peace. Peace, awareness, lessons to have rule. Tribing up, chiefing up. Alien gang. Alignment. Alignment to the real shit. Alignment from the lie. The truth is in the lie. The truth is in the lie, man. We in this thing, man, off the natural shit. You know what I'm saying? Natural gang, connection to the earth, connection to the land. And the way that I spelt it is because they always want to shadow ban and block us. You know, they want to be nosy and then want to block you what you talking about, want to block out and censor everything that we do. It don't matter. We ain't even talking about nothing violence, and people get shadow banned for talking about real things. People get shadow banned for not degrading themselves. You know what I'm saying? But fuck it though. Fuck it. Call me Mr. Shadow Banned. I'm not about to degrade myself for no motherfucking people on this motherfucking internet and in real life at that. Especially if I'm not doing the shit on the internet. It's a motherfucker will do it. Motherfuckers will do it to get paid, but it's not that serious because you got the youth looking up and they'll do some degrading, and then it's like 8 million views. It's 8 million. It could be a million more children watching you. Out of that 8 million, it's a million children watching you from the one that want to degrade themselves because they don't even know. They don't have a clue that what degrading is. They just picking up shit like a sponge. You know. But it is what it is though. I'm not here for that. I'm not here to be no follower. I'm not here to be no leader. You got leaders out there. You know, you got. What I'm here to do though is whatever a person be like, what do you go do? You know what I'm saying? We got superpowers on this earth, and the superpower is your own mind. It ain't got nothing to do with some mythical shit. But at the same time, the word myth, when you look at the word myth, history is hidden symbology in these words. Just like history is his story, myth is my, and theology. Theology is something about the person or some theology. I forgot the meaning of theology, but that's basically talk about yourself, your mystery. Mythology. Be like it's a myth, it ain't really true. But it's based on this, but it ain't really true. That's what we be told. But I'm here to just, you know, drop some shit tonight, you know what I'm saying? Remind y'all see all the numbers in the title. Chief, Alien, what is it? Chief, Alien, and Tribe. Turn the I's into 1 and turn the E's into 3s. Just like when you see third eye. Or the word I itself, it's 2 3s. 33. Symbology behind everything, but you know. And I'm using this. I be using this. We all use these numbers and shit to create our own reality and shit like that. Like a lot of people be scared to go outside the box, but you know, most times we go outside the box. We go outside the box and shit like that. I don't even want to have my phone up there, man. My shit going to go falling. But, you know, I don't really give a fuck. I'ma spit that truth till it what? I don't really give a fuck. I'ma spit that truth till I'm for real though. Like I'm walking in the path like dead serious. I be lacking on certain shit, and there's only so much time that I can waste. You know what I'm saying? It's only so much time that I can waste. But at the end of the day though, I still got my superpower. Like I still know what I know. I still like do certain shit. Certain people chosen to do certain shit, like have a frequency. Like I got a natural frequency connection to the earth. And here in America, like we've been told, everybody be talking about us, even us. Like we be saying like the back to Africa, go back to Africa and stuff. And I ain't got no problem with Africa. I gotta say that. Because Africa is a continent on its own. Africa is a continent on its own. America is a continent. North America is a continent on its own. And South America is a continent on its own. But it's like all this shit is weird because you have this so-called ICE that's policing shit. And which is funny how like they policing shit. They not even policing every all the races and all the hate that we've received talking about we need to go back to Africa. But why ain't ICE ain't never fucking with us? Because we got natural birthrights to the land. No matter what the statistics say talking about African American, we would have been went back to Africa sometime. And I'm talking about moving. But you have the Africans who was over here years ago too. And it's the thing about life and evolution and shit. Like when you somewhere so long, that's like me. If I go back to Africa and I got family lineage here that it built, I gotta do some whole build in on that land. We gotta do rebuild everything from scratch. And sometimes most likely we already gotta do that shit anyway because a lot of people sold their land and traded it in, or it was forced to get taken and shit like that. Like this colonizer that we up against, that's up against us, has no respect, will spit in your face and say they love you. This is the colonizer. The word shit, colon liar. And what's in a colon? The colon. Shit. Now I ain't got nothing against shit, cause shit is a natural thing that we do. But the colonizer, man, this shit funny. Colon, full of shit. And we got connections to this earth, man. Like we got birthright connections. And when I'm talking about connections, I'm like, go out bare feet. Go out bare feet. We can go out bare feet. We can dream. Nobody can tell you that you can't walk. They might got some shit that they tell us like, oh, you can't pee outside or you're gonna get a ticket. Okay, cool. But they can't tell you not to walk bare feet. And the motherfucker be like, they're just walking barefoot. You got motherfuckers that's us. Some of the elders are just brainwashed and fucked and gone. They still in the belief system. They not doing no study, no research, no action. Not even study and research. Action. Putting shit into action. And not just them. And then you got ones that's coming up young. They gotta have their experience, of course. But hey, that's what it is. It's experience. You gotta make mistakes. You gotta go through certain shit. People die through this shit. People take people's lives. People mentally drain people. People mentally draining themselves through fictitious shit. I done drained myself with the PTSD and all this shit. But the whole time, this shit is not even really nothing to the spirit, nothing to the soul. Like, this shit is just a title that a man wrote, and we accepting this shit and go throughout our day, go throughout our daily lives 24/7 with the title of PTSD, schizophrenia, and all this other shit, ADHD. But the whole time, you got a natural connection to the earth spiritually. So just because you go through trauma is one thing to go through, but it's like to walk with that trauma because somebody told you, because you got a symptom and they told you that you can't, you got to take this medicine throughout the day, throughout the week in order to heal. And the whole time, you don't even need that shit. Somebody just told you you need this medicine. Somebody told you need this medicine just to heal. And if it's healing you, for the moment, it's cool. But for the rest of your life, because you gave the consent unknowingly, or a parent, a guardian of that of a child, depending on the age range, you give your child away to this doctor, to this school system. Like, this shit runs deep. Like, this shit runs so deep, people be expecting a child to get them out the hood, or the child to get them riches and wealth by selling out. So some people really be making children out here in order for them to have a scapegoat about the so-called hood. But the whole time, the hood is where the chose is at. Even in the suburbs, wherever the chose is everywhere. But we sticking with the hood because the hood, when it's predominantly all black Americans, so-called black Americans, it's set up for us to go through hella shit. But at the same time, we is born, like, we got a natural mechanism. Once we catch on to shit, you become unstoppable. You go through the bullshit, you go through that shit, and then you end up, you know what I'm saying? You end up getting through it, whatever you got to get through. You know, that's because we got a natural connection though to the land, and that's wherever you at. But we got to remind ourselves here though, man, like, because it just fucked up how, like, everybody be looking down on us and make us look down on us. All for gimmicks, laughs, likes, and all this bullshit that ain't gonna mean nothing when you in the grave and getting judged. AKA returning, AKA being a guardian, because that's the, like, and that's my opinion on that as far as the judgment and the guardian about the afterlife. But at the same time, it's some truth to it. What up, Amy Ritter? Yeah, I believe in I believe in the high, but I know it's a creator. But the whole point that I'm mentioning about is connection to the land. Let's go with this shit right here. How, like, everybody always bring up God, and then you got people who be like, you got the Hebrew Israelites say that we the lost ones and don't, and you know, not just them, but it's like, why is it always black Americans that's the lost ones? Why is we always the ones that don't know where we at? Because the whole time we at where we at. We already on our land. Our land is invaded. Our land got invaded and is up in judgment currently in the moment. But the judgment is not based upon just one day, one end, and one rapture. It's a ongoing judgment. It's an ongoing work, a cycle, a time. You know what I'm saying? It's it's not. I'm probably been holding them. I'm probably been putting my damn finger on the mic the whole time. The judgment here in America is not here, and it's globally, but it's not a one-day thing, man. Like, people be thinking like this shit just go just. We be wanting that shit like that, but then what we gonna do? It's a process. It's a mental process. It's a emotional process. It's a physical process. And a lot of people, man, they just be really like looking at us crazy and shit. And we be believing in, they have us believing in just one, having us going with beliefs and battling with beliefs. Like with this religion and this religion, and inside of this, and inside of the Bible, they be like, the lost people, the lost this, the lost that. How the hell is we lost when our ancestors is already here on the land? And on top of that, the ancestors come to us in dreams. So you mean to tell me some lost people is so lost that they don't know nowhere, they don't have no land. So how in the hell did we get created and have a natural birthright on the land that we already at? We already got a natural connection, so who the fuck is really lost? Who the fuck going around killing people just purposely with no purpose? Or the purpose is to just for chaos. Develop like that versus somebody that get programmed and have to do maximum life behind a building. And most times, that person have to go through some new knowledge and shit, and get to find it out shit like they was lost the whole time in the mental, but they really not lost on land. They just lost in the mental. See, I can take the Bible and we can make the Bible go like in so many ways, because it could be in a whole different, it can be mental, spiritual, and it ain't just a physical, and it ain't just based upon like just one thing and shit. Like, for instance, the lost people can mean in your lost mind. You right on the land, but you lost in the mind. That's how I could take that shit, because other than that, I found my way. Man. And a person had me fucked up. And I feel like it might be a connection. I can have a connection to Africa. I can have a connection to anywhere I go on earth. And I feel like that's any of us, but especially here where I'm at. But we do got a natural connection wherever we go. I ain't went to nowhere yet as far as a different country. But even in different states, the energy be different. Like the energy here in Michigan, or the atmosphere, I know it's different in California. I know it's different in Florida. I know it's different in Arizona. So, and it's funny how like certain states is hotter than other states. Like right now, Arizona might be burning up, or at least warm in the wintertime. Like it's our our springtime is Arizona springtime right now. They wintertime is springtime. Arizona is its own country. We in the country, as they say, but different lands got different energy and different atmospheres. And we adapt to shit. Like, I belong in the South. My hair, the way my hair grow, like the way I got my locks, I belong in the South. Like, I don't belong around this mud. Like, but at the same time, I'm here. I'm doing my thing because I do belong here in the moment. I'm not gonna say I don't belong here, but as far as like, we got roots throughout the land. You know what I'm saying? But I just wanted to come here, man, mention some shit. You know what I'm saying? We tribing up, man. We ganging up, aliening up. You know what I'm saying? And people who always bring up God, what is your job? What is your job? Because everybody on a mission. Some people mission is to be a bot, to be a person that causes chaos. Like right now, you got people that'll cause chaos to somebody that's like me, who minding their business, not even just minding his business, giving back. But that just go to show how like the atmosphere and the universe work too. That's how I look at that, because somebody causing chaos to somebody that's on a mission, and that's just giving them some juice, giving them some new knowledge, some new wisdom and understanding. And sometimes it takes pain, it takes anger. You go get that shit, but then you go calm down and realize what happened. Sometimes people react to shit, wigging all that shit. Like, it's just shit. You got to go through some shit. But at the end of the day, though, it ain't like you ain't built for this shit. It ain't like we ain't built for this shit, though. On some real shit. Connection to the land. Get hella bots and shit coming in, man, but you know, it's going good though. I just seen that fucking dude, man. That shit just like, shit, motherfucker's funny as hell. But yeah, I'm up out of here though. Y'all have a happy New Year's. You know what I'm saying? We got 2 New Years. We got the winter New Year's and we got the spring New Year's. The original New Year's. But I'm up out of here though.